Dingus and Dongus.
Tomato.
Episode 41.
I'm so proud of how many times we've used the same sheet of paper over and over.
Yeah, we're saving the planet.
We could just not write. I could just not write it down.
Yeah.
But to me, it's something I don't have to remember if I write it down.
That's true.
I can leave that for anecdotes and for petting kitty cats. It's like, I don't have to remember anything because there's pen and paper.
And the things that we don't need to remember are the title.
Yep.
And publisher.
Yep. That's a lot of bandwidth in my head.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't have to remember that.
I mean, like, I have a hard time
remembering.
Just remembering, period.
I don't have to remember.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Huh?
We read 68. Better Run Through the Jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Out on Image Comics, written by Mark Kidwell. Look, back in 2012 is when this started.
Yeah, I remember seeing these books, like, when I was, buying a shit ton of digital copies of stuff.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I've been just kind of like, another war, whatever. Not really interested.
Right.
But I was actually pleasantly surprised by the book.
Same. It was really a war book.
Yeah.
It was in Vietnam, and I guess Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
And then also back in California.
Yep.
Telling that story that we all know.
Right.
Plus zombies.
Yeah. It's Call of Duty Vietnam Zombie Mode.
Yes. Which I've never played.
Yeah. Neither have I. I think I just made it up, actually.
Oh, well, that exists.
Oh, really?
I just don't know if it's Vietnam now that I think about it.
Yeah. I don't know if they've done a Call of Duty Vietnam.
I know they've done zombie.
Right, yeah. Zombie's like a staple in like those first-person shooters now.
Yeah.
But
Battlefield did Vietnam.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It was an expansion for Bad Company 2.
Huh. Okay. I just feel like you have to be really careful with a game like that.
Yes.
Very, very careful.
Yeah.
Because you will get a lot of anger towards you if you do it wrong.
Right. Yeah.
But as for the book, I think he handled it pretty well.
It was a period piece.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you get all the racism.
Yep.
All of it. In fact, in that first issue, like, I started feeling like it's a little much.
It's a little heavy-handed.
Yeah.
A little heavy-handed.
Like, no redeeming values whatsoever.
Yeah.
All the characters basically suck.
Yep.
But on the second issue, where it jumps to another little squad, right?
Right.
That's when things go, oh, okay. Like, this wasn't just an excuse for the writer to, like, write this horribly racist stuff. Like, there's a point.
Right.
And that second issue is when the Asian soldier was introduced.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the dog.
Yeah, and the dog. And they're basically the heroes of the story.
I think the hero of the story is the zombie wielding a scythe with I don't know what those hats are called. The Raiden hats, kind of?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell they're called.
Yeah, I just assume it's straw hats.
Straw hats, yeah. That's the hero of the story to me. Because it's consistent. That particular zombie is consistent through a lot of different panels and pages.
That's true.
Like, this is the badass zombie, leader of the zombies.
It's that, like, in the final, like, I don't know how many volumes there are, because there are multiple volumes, but in the end, it's going to show that zombie. It's like, I have reclaimed the world for us, my brothers.
Yes.
Right, but then in that little box with the translation with the asterisk.
Yeah. I also really this was definitely more of a war book than a horror book. I hadn't read any of these. I was hoping it'd be more of a horror book. Mm-hmm. It had horror elements to it, but it didn't have the atmosphere of horror. To
Right,
me.
right.
It was war drama, basically.
And a slight bit of like socio-political commentary.
Yes.
Kind of like what Romero did with his zombie movies.
Pretty much, yeah. So with that, I was a little disappointed, but I still enjoyed the book overall. I especially liked the amalgamation of zombies all in one. When that character that you were just talking about goes into the tunnels, and then all the hands are reaching out or whatever, and then I guess at the top side it's just this bulbous zombie Frankenstein thing all put together. That was pretty awesome body horror stuff.
I think in that issue, the quote unquote explanation, it might not be the official explanation because we don't know the origin, right?
Right.
The explanation was these were decomposing bodies that have essentially melded together.
Yeah.
Like as they were decomposing in the ground.
Yep.
I was like, that's
cool.
Fucking awesome. And when he was in the tunnel and you see those arms, I just assumed those were like just individual zombies, like reaching down.
Nope.
No, it's just one giant fucking monster master zombie.
It's the lieutenant of Scythe Zombie.
Yeah. Right hand man.
Yeah.
Right hands man.
All right hands.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It was... So this character, who I already forgot the name of, it's not fucking New Guy, right? That was a different guy that died.
And there's a lot of people who died.
Yeah, well, everyone dies, right?
Yeah.
Except for Dog.
Yeah, Dog
was with the CIA guy.
Uh-huh.
What is this? Anyway, the Asian character that survived.
His last name was Yam. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, Sweet Potato.
Yeah, because the dude was calling him Sweet Potato.
That's right. He's the only character that was continuous throughout the book, except for the very beginning, right? Him and CIA guy, right?
For the most part, I mean, you get, the doctor. And the leader of the base.
Gotcha. Ariel or Ares or something like that?
Base Ares. Yeah, or Ares base.
Ariel. It's the Disney base.
Yeah.
What would a base Ariel look like?
A base... I mean, okay, so I get the whole, base god... Well, no, I actually don't get the whole base god meme because I know nothing about it. I just hear about it, and I don't know what it means.
Okay.
But I know what basic means.
Yes.
So, a basic base, I would assume, is a tent with a water cooler.
Okay.
And maybe one pack mule.
And that's a base Ariel?
Yes. I don't fucking know, man.
There's no seashells anywhere. There's no red hair.
Oh,
Disney.
A base Ariel. An Ariel for the base.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it's probably just the one guy who's a redhead.
I just imagine they were sandbags positioned to look like a mermaid with a mop that's spray painted red or something.
And every day they sing Part of Your World.
Yes. with a fork.
Yes.
There's a fork there. A spork.
Not
spork?
even
a spork. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's an army base. They got to be efficient.
Right, yeah. And that comes in the mess kits.
Uh-huh.
You don't get a fork and a spoon, you get a spork.
Uh-huh.
That's why... Who knew that Taco Bell was a military institute? I think they've moved from sporks, though.
Have they?
I don't really know.
It's been a while since I had
Everything I ever get from Taco Bell is hand food.
Right?
But I remember growing up, their thing was spork.
Yeah.
So...
I don't fucking remember, man.
That's GI Taco Bell. Gastrointestinal
Taco
Bell.
That's where it belongs.
But I also, going back to this, thought the art looked really cool and fit with the war zombie story.
Yeah. It's got a roughness to it.
Yep.
That's very appropriate. The zombies all look great for zombies.
Yep. I liked the image when they were in Berkeley I want to say Berkeley, California, where they took the real life tropes of the student protesters putting the flowers in the guns and stuff, and they showed that image or version of it, and then a zombie outbreak happened. They were gonna shoot police. Like these two people conspired to go and shoot a cop, is what I understood it to be, and then one of the guys, not girlfriends, but like
just a chick he was banging.
Yeah,
essentially.
It was kind of shitty about.
Yeah.
It's like, you owe me. I got a lot of money tied up in you, which I assume was weed related or drug related.
Yeah.
Anyway, he ends up shooting her on accident because she's like, don't shoot a cop. What are you thinking? And then she turns into a zombie. There's a whole zombie outbreak. And presumably, because of the war taking in Southeast Asia, all the zombies are there. And then Berkeley has zombies. Presumably it's worldwide.
Yeah.
We don't know where, like, ground zero is for the epidemic.
Right. But that's what the CIA guy, I think, was trying to figure out, right? Because he was hunting for that weird doctor who's doing, like, crazy experiments.
Right. The Frankenstein, I think, even came up a couple times.
Yeah.
By word or whatever.
Right. So, yeah, like, after reaching the end of this volume, it got me interested enough to where I think I might check out, like, the next volume, at the very least.
Right. Well, I'd be curious to know, because this very much took place, most of it was around that one base. Are they going to keep different bases in the Vietnam War and have it focused on that? Or I'm curious to see how they expand it out.
Yeah.
If it's focused on the Vietnam War or if they bridge it to other parts of the world during this time.
Right.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what the scope of the story that the guy's trying to tell is.
Yeah,
but,
me either. No clue.
Yeah.
I just know that at the end of this one, U.S. Embassy in some Asian country.
I think it was still in Vietnam.
Was it Vietnam?
I'm not sure which city.
Okay. Was overrun by zombies. Because this other dude, Yam, got rescued from the base somehow that got incinerated.
Yeah.
Fucking completely incinerated. Got rescued, and then was like, oh, I'm going to go. And the pilot was, I'm going to help these U.S. Embassy people. And then their plane helicopter gets fucked. And now he's fucked on top of the U.S. Embassy.
Right. Like
with zombies coming at him.
Yeah, there's like a little barricade on the rooftop, and you just see like all these zombies like just filling the staircase and breaking through the barricade. It's like, well, where are you gonna go, buddy?
I want to know how Yam gets out of this pickle.
No, he's just like that soldier calling him sweet potato. No, it's not. It's a little different. I don't know.
Well,
who cares?
So, okay. Well, there's a movie called Hamburger Hill. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's a Vietnam movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But now I'm just thinking of a mountain of zombies being shot up and everything is also Hamburger Hill. Yeah. You should watch Hamburger Hill. It's not too bad.
It wasn't about this?
Nope. Same concept, though.
Yeah.
Just slaughter.
Yeah. When was it made?
Fuck if I know.
80s, 90s?
Before
40s?
the year 2000. Yes.
It was made
in
1910.
In the golden era of Hollywood. A movie about Vietnam.
Before Vietnam happened.
At least the war.
Yeah.
I don't know the history of Vietnam, like, at all.
Yeah, I really don't. And, like, when I saw the title, it was, like, 68, I was just, like, before I even cracked open the book, I was like, how good is my world history? What war would this be? And, like, in my head, it's like, maybe it's Korean, or... I mean, Vietnam was in there, but I wasn't quite sure until I started reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to, like, 68, I don't know how Vietnam wasn't number one in your head. I very well could have been wrong. I could understand why Korea would be in the mix, too, but it's like, that's one of our biggest blunders.
Right.
Like, that should be in the forefront.
But I'm just bad with years.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, for a while, anything old, I just assumed it was the 20s.
Fair. World War II. Fucking 20s.
Yep. No, that's literally like how I thought for a while. I was like, anything that's like not within the past like 5-10 years, no, it happened in the 20s.
Yeah. No color TV. Nope. 1920s.
Yep. But yeah, I think I would recommend this book to anybody interested in,
Zombie or war.
Yeah, the subject matter.
Yeah,
covered.
exactly. I agree.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
This is a thumbs up for part 1 of the podcast. Let's see if we get a 2 thumbs up with Hypocrisy. And the album is End of Disclosure, released. I'm staring at you to see if I can actually remember, and I can't. 2013.
On Nuclear Blast.
On Nuclear Blast.
So I'm going to pause you real quick. When you say 2 thumbs up, there are 4 thumbs right now in this room.
Oh, shit. That's true.
So if we're shooting for 2, it's a high probability most of the time. Well, 50-50 even, I would dare to say. That with the 4 thumbs in this room, 2 of them is a 50-50 shot of going up. Most of the time.
So what I mean to say, are we getting 4 thumbs this time?
For the zombie book? Yes.
Oh, I mean,
4 thumbs in total?
In total for this episode.
Well then, yes, because 4 thumbs went up for the zombie book.
Oh, okay.
Well, done. We're done.
All right. See you next time, guys. But so this album, when I first put it on, for some reason it immediately reminded me of the earlier album, The Arrival. I don't know why. There's something about like that first song is like, oh, it sounds like something that could have been on that album.
It's because all of the albums since then have been this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was a good album.
Mm-hmm.
Great harmonies, melodic death metal type stuff. Not exactly memorable. Is the best way I could put it.
Yeah. It's hypocrisy doing hypocrisy, which is a good thing. It's kind of like to me, it's kind of like being bolt thrower.
That was one point I was going to bring up. Like, with the exception here that the first 2 Hypocrisy albums are very much death metal.
Yeah, it's
later stuff.
Old school.
Came more melodic, and then that was their iconic sound, right? So it's very much this is Hypocrisy now.
Yeah, with light synth elements added in. That's been part of their sound since
since the aliens visited.
Yes. Now that we're already on the subject, God, that like Ancient Aliens is like my shit. Not because I'm like I believe it, but because it's just entertaining.
Yes, absolutely.
I fucking love it, and I can't get enough of it. And maybe that's why I enjoy Hypocrisy so much, is because all they do is talk about aliens invading.
And it's awesome!
Yeah, it's fucking great. Like, one of the lyrics that I could make out was them shouting, kill me, please kill me. I don't want to suffer anymore. It's like, yeah, that's right. Aliens, buddy.
All with really awesome guitar solos. And harmonies.
Yep, great riffing throughout the album.
There was one moment on 4400, I think is how they pronounce it.
Yeah.
Or something. The vocals sounded super shitty and way different than the rest of the album.
I wonder if it's a guest vocalist.
Either that, or he just had a really itchy throat.
Yeah.
And then needed some tea with honey after recording it. And they're like, we could re-record it. That's like an extra $1,000. Fuck it.
Dude's got his own studio.
Right, yeah. Right.
I had to charge myself another $1,000.
I didn't consider that. He could launder money. What are you doing?
Right?
Tagtgren.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Tagtgren.
That's just kind of how I pronounce it. I know how to pronounce Peter. But yeah, as everybody knows, Hypocrisy is fronted by, Peter Tagtgren who is a terrible joke.
Do it.
Who is the captain of the USS Ultraviolet Pearl. There's a joke about how Peter Tagger looks just like fucking Johnny Depp. And now, I really want a movie featuring Johnny Depp playing Peter Tagrin dressed up as a space pirate, going around the universe playing Hypocrisy songs to aliens, because it's hilarious, because it's all about aliens coming over to kill us.
That could probably happen.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Depp is out $50 million from the Amber Heard thing, so I'm sure
Gotta make some money somehow.
Yeah, so Johnny Depp, $50 million idea right there.
Yep. Sweden.
Yep.
I don't know what that brings to the table, but it brings something.
I mean, look. Just look at a picture of Peter Tagrin, and you'll see this is your destiny. You already play the guitar. It's not that, not that much of a stretch for you to do this role.
It's, so, would they be, like, proper space pirates? Or, because, I mean, at that point, they steal shit, and then they would smuggle shit, right? Like,
right.
So there's more to it. In my head, they're stealing shit and taking shit from these alien civilizations. And that's why they're pissed off at Earth. Because it's humanoids, or Earth people, stealing the shit. And then the getaway music are sick riffs from Hypocrisy albums.
Giving the aliens the idea to, oh yeah, we should invade.
No. This is separate. This is soundtrack to the music. It's not part of the movie.
Plot.
Yeah.
Okay, so it isn't Johnny Depp Tagrin going around actually performing Hypocrisy songs to aliens, telling them, hey, we just stole your shit, come kill us.
No.
Okay.
But it still is Johnny Depp Tactrin. And he does have a band called Hypocrisy. But he's not playing those songs live. And that's just a soundtrack.
I'm still 100% on board. 100%. Speaking of like weird kind of collaborations with unexpected people, I would also like to see Paul Masvidal collaborate with Peter Tagrin, because they're both alien nuts.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Masvidal is more of the hippy dippy alien nut, where he's. I'm very sorry. It's not meant to be offensive.
Yes.
But it's the whole idea that aliens are here to bring us to the next level of enlightenment and help us out, and they're friendly, whereas Tiger is no, they're gonna come and kill us because we're shitheads.
Do you think a lot of that was because he watched American cinema from the 1920s? And how we portray aliens in American cinema is very negative.
Yes.
And aggressive. Okay.
100%. But I actually think that would be a kind of neat collaboration. I mean,
it would be really cool to get those two on a podcast. And they could discuss these ideas together.
That Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, tell them about the Dingus and Dongus debacle so we can have them on our podcast and not yours.
Oh, we're going to have so many tags on this episode. But I guess we should go back to talking about the music.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun. It's because, like, Hypocrisy's always been really good at, like, these, like, really powerful choruses. Yeah? No?
I agree.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, they're just good. I don't know who actually writes the songs. I'm assuming it's Tiger, but they're just good songwriters.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're really good at creating really cool moments in songs that kind of stick with you for a good while.
Well, I mean, this one didn't do that for me, though.
Really?
Yeah. Outside of the shitty vocals in 4400 or whatever. I mean, the way that he said that or sung that stuck with me. That verb, that's not a verb. Phrase, yeah. And the shittiness of the vocals, but I don't remember. I listened to it like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Too. Like, I gave this a lot of listens because I enjoyed listening to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I don't do that again.
No.
Oh, this is cool. But I think of other songs, and I guess they're called hooks, that really stuck in. I mean, this is the popular ones, too, like Roswell 47 or Erased. Or Eraser.
Eraser.
Yeah. And then, the one off of Virus.
Oh,
Let the Knife Do the Talking.
Yeah, Let the Knife Do the Talking,
like,
yeah.
Whether you think these are good songs, bad songs, whatever, I think they're all good songs.
Yeah.
There's something about it that's really easy to stick its hooks in you and remember. And for this album, the only thing that stuck its hook in me was a song I didn't like.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but the other songs were good. I'm not saying they weren't. It's just, for whatever reason, nothing.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've had a couple that just have been stuck in my head, like that first song, End of Disclosure. Yeah, that chorus is like still in my head.
Oh, one thing that just popped in my head as I cut you off completely. You're done with your thought, right?
Yeah!
The second track had a guitar riff that almost sounded like it could have been on Ride the Lightning.
Okay,
If you stripped away the rest of the composition around that riff, it's like, that's a fucking Ride the Lightning riff. Not the song itself, but it feels like it could have fit on that album perfectly. Like, so that was interesting. And then it went into like some actual blast beats, I think, or some actual death metal. It's like, fucking, that ruled.
Yeah, I mean, like, for the most part, they do cover a lot of ground, like, metal-wise, I think.
Yeah.
Like, there's some doomy moments, obviously death metal, and then some thrashing moments, too. And honestly, I think I do recall, like, one song having almost like a black metal sounding part, where it's just kind of tremolo chords. So, yeah, it's like, they're just mixing everything together. And
making their own sound that's, as we both have said, hypocrisy.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
This is hypocrisy.
Yeah, it's them taking like elements from all over the place and have it sound like them.
Yep.
It's fucking cool.
It's cool.
And it's hard to do.
So I would venture to say we're getting 8 thumbs up on this episode.
Hell yeah, because we got toes too, man.
That'd be 16. What is happening? The approval rating is skyrocketing.
Yeah, we're just turning into that zombie amalgamation from the comic.
But it lost half its hands.
That's true. Well, maybe it just like
it was backwards. Like
maybe it got inverted.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like peeling a glove off. So it's like
napalm does that to people.
Really?
Like. Yeah.
Napalm inverts people?
No, it makes it to where you can peel your shit off like a glove.
I was like, that's how fire works? It just turns you inside out?
Is that the end of our disclosure?
That's the end of my disclosure.
I didn't disclose anything.
I think I shared a lot today.
You did.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be then. I can just edit that. I can edit this. And I can edit this.
Yeah.
And I can edit this. It can go on forever.
Can you edit?
Yeah, that's going to go in the beginning now.
Hell yeah.
Dingus and Dongus.
Hey, Marco.